and major ISP in the Charlottesville area just like don't even. I don't know. There really isn't any other option though, so maybe just cry at the really inconsistent service you will have. But internet's back now, so I guess I can't complain, right? Anyway, back in the game. It's actually still very, very close. 8 kills to 9 now. 17 minutes in. Gold, only 2,000 gold lead for We Care, but it seems they've taken the first turret of the game, and then also they secured their second dragon, looking for potentially more. But we have to point out the fact that Woolly Mammoth is 3-0-1 on this Tristana. Is going to have that Infinity Edge completed, as well as Berserker's Greaves. That could be a shining light for Who Cares. Jen is Magical is going to be able to get their first turret, so We Cares get... Oh, this is their second turret, so they're going to be able to extend their gold lead a little bit more, about 2,500. Dragon will be up in a couple of minutes. And we are back in this game. Apologies again. Oh, man. Ty might want to apologize to our Dragon for pissing him off, because whatever he did... Our Dragon came in for the kill, and the Glacial Prison hit 2 members, but without the Zillion, he had no time to react, did not get his ultimate off. Yikes. Our Dragon picks up a sneaky kill, just roaming into this mid lane, and it's going to be the third outer turret going down for Who Cares. Will they look for more now with Zillion dead? I'm not entirely sure. There's a decent amount of wave clear coming out in the form of Lulu, but she's a support, so she's not going to do too much damage. Again, at the end of it, or if for whatever reason the stream goes down, it's either Froggen's fault or my ISP. I did not just rage quit because I wanted another team to win. It's just, I do apologize. Just do me a favor and stick around, wait a couple of minutes. It usually takes 2 to 3 minutes to just come back alive for no random reason at all. But anyway, no more saltines. The game is going, and that's all that matters right now. And the game is going for Who Cares. They have a Renekton who has 166 farm to the 118 of Cho'Gath. He also has 3 kills to his name. The solo laners of We Care are doing work right now. The AD carry of Who Cares has done pretty well. Woolly Mammoth on that Tristana, but is he going to be enough to help his team scale further and further into the late game? We are finding out right now. Dragon is going to be up, and let's see. Dragon, I actually don't know when Dragon is up. That's because it died and we weren't paying attention. Or we weren't there. But we do see a lot of vision control, I'd like to point out, from We Care. They're being very, very aggressive with their wards because they want to pressure the enemy base. It's very, very good stuff to them. Also have control of that Rift Scuttler. The all-important buff in the river. Tai stacking that tier up. Only 200 stacks away, so he's going to get it in maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes. But until he has that Seraphs, they're probably not going to want to fight. Dyslexic now has Morellonomicon finished and still has that Sheen. Ferric W misses the hook, but a decent amount of damage just from the Arcane Shift from Ezreal. Wow, that poke is going to make Tai think twice about staying too close. However, if Dyslexic continues to be so aggressive and gets caught, who knows? Did someone say spam? Botox? Nope, no one said spam. If you do want to get banned, sure, spam. Oh, Dyslexic gonna get caught out. Pink ward coming out. DeBaird, 69, hits a bola on Ferric W. Flash from Dyslexic. I'm not entirely sure if Dyslexic needed to flash there. The bola was well placed, but there was very little follow-up coming out of Who Care. But Who Cares managed to pick up that summoner. And Dragon is gonna be up. And the Glacial Prison will be up in time for the Dragon fight. However, Dyslexic's Flash will not. Amazing 12 going to take a lot of damage here. Dyslexic might be able to hit the True Shot Barrage, but the fantastic ultimate should keep Amazing 12 alive. Tai with the speed just make sure Ferric W is going to hook. Whoa, hook goes completely wide and a decent amount of damage onto Ferric, but the Bear is going to back off as his mid laner and support have both just recalled. Oh, Tai took that Mystic Shot, but did not get interrupted. Right, I'm not... Or did he not have a ward there? I'm not saying it was necessarily... It was a good flash, don't get me wrong. But It was very questionable whether or not there was the follow-up there. But now, with the recall timings of Who Cares, We Care going to try and siege a little bit up into this mid-turret. Do a decent amount of damage, but then Sivir and, Zillion and Tristana make it back in time. And we're going to see the rotation into this dragon. This would be the third dragon buff of the game for We Care. That all-important Dragon's Flight 5% global movement speed and buff would be very, very big for chasing down the speedy composition of Lulu and Zillion. And it looks like the call from Who Cares is going to be just to give it up. Or will they? Hanul's all alone right now. Both Ezreal and Thresh have recalled. Amazing 12, Woolly Mammoth, and DeBear 69 are all walking over wards. But without their team there, Hanul, he's not going to be able to start it. And it looks like actually Who Cares is going to start this dragon. Can Zillion zone well enough? Or will we see a dragon fight? Dragon's taking a decent amount of damage. Down to about half HP, but this is going to be a 5v5 fight for sure. Dragon's taking super, super low. Who's it going to go down to? It goes down to the blue team, but the fight breaks out. Amazing 12 immediately taking tons of damage. True Shot Bros lands on 3 members. Who Cares needs to get out of this fight. Tanoia managed to pick up a kill onto Hanul, and Woolly Mammoth and Tai still doing damage, but Tai flashed away. Woolly Mammoth with a jump over. That's a 1-for-1 and Dragon in favor of Who Cares. They played that fight as well as they could have with the deficit they had, and picked up the first dragon of the game, and managed to make it out with only 1 casualty, but also managed to trade with the enemy jungler. So long as they don't lose too many objectives, that might have been worth. So we will see that mid turret taken down by We Care, but turret for Dragon at this point in the game is that's really questionable. I'm not entirely sure who that's the better trade for. This middle turret's actually very low. DeBear 69 might just go ahead and tank it. So all in all, that's his team wasn't there though for the follow-up. A little bit of a misplay from Who Cares. If all 4 of them had gone there, they could have easily secured this middle turret. But now that We Cares are showing up, they're not going to be able to take it down. Dyslexic has the Ionian Boots of Lucidity, and also a BF, or not a BF sword, a needlessly large rod. He's going for pure damage right now. Tai takes a lot of damage from that Mystic Shot, or from the Essence, or Arcane Shift. However, he trades decent amount with his bomb. He's working on getting that 40% CDR. He already actually has it with the 5% mastery, and then also Morellonomicon plus Lucidity Boots, but he doesn't have very much damage right now on those bombs. Hanul's actually going to do decent amount of Tai's HP. Going to have to recall. Or just walk back. He is a super speedy Zillion. And at this point in the game, 9,000 gold in the lead. The game looks kind of close, to be honest. 9 kills to 11. Who Cares might even want to fight. They have a Tristana with an Infinity Edge and a Phantom Dancer completed, so that's going to be a decent amount of damage. Oh, DeBear's going to get caught. Box comes down, DeBear takes a lot of damage, but the Lulu ultimate lands onto 2 people. The 3-man Bola, and this is the engage. No, the flash out immediately from Hanul. Woolly Mammoth takes a lot of damage. Zillion ultimate popping in as well. Our Dragon now gets the kill onto Amazing 12. This fight going in favor of We Care. Tanoia flashes away, but goes down to Dyslexic, and that is a 2-for-0 in favor of We Care. A very good Bola from Sejuani, but the follow-up wasn't all there and all there together, which means another 1 team fight for We Care and another objective. They now have the 5th turret of the game picked up, and they might be looking for the inhibitor turrets. He's spamming these bombs because he wants to keep his base alive. They're going to provide a good amount of wave clear, but you just have to wonder at what point will We Care just to decide to dive. Look at this Renekton. Renekton has Sunfire completed, Hydra completed, Mercury Treads, and also an extra cowl to boot. There is so much damage coming out of Who Cares that's entirely AP focused. But not only has he managed to build magic resistance, but he also has that Sunfire to stop the Tristana damage. With Outlast Whisper, there is no one that can do any damage to our dragon in these team fights. "27 minutes into the game. About an 8,000 gold lead now for We Care. Can they close the game out, though? That is the question of the day. Because at a certain point, the late game scaling of Who Cares will let them come back. They just need to stall to get there. What they need is time. And to be fair, they do have a zillion. But we will see Dyslexic finishing that Rabadon's death cap. That means not only is his all-in going to be very strong, but his Mystic Shots also is going to be super, super dangerous. The poke potential, simply through Sivir and Ezreal alone, is incredibly strong for We Care right now. DeBear69 is very, very tanky, but looks like he wants a little bit of damage too. Has the Haunting Guys. Needs to be careful not to get caught out here. Ferox W does not have his hook up quite yet. Raptor Camp stolen away. There's a bot wave pushing for We Care. It looks like they're doing a 1-4-1 split with that extra member, of course, the minions in the bot lane. They have to be careful, though, not to get engaged on by DeBear69. If he manages to land a very large Glacial Prison on multiple squishy members of We Care, they could come back and just sort of AoE wombo combo a team fight. Imagine a Sejuani ultimate with the engage of Sejuani or Cho'Gath, and then Lulu knockup as well, and then AoE damage from Zillion. That could be devastating. Look, onto Woolly Mammoth. This is not what they want. True Shot Barrage lands on 4 members. The Bear taking very, very low. And Dyslexic instantly forces recalls out of 4 members of Who Cares. They might look to take this turret down. They engage on Woolly Mammoth. He heals up, but he's going to go down. It looks like he goes down to Ezreal on the dive now coming out of We Care. But this isn't even a dive. This is just a slaughter. We Care is so far ahead that they just dive past the inhibitor turret and take it down instantly. 3 members of Who Cares down. The first inhibitor down of the game over to We Care. We Care don't have their destiny in their hands, but they want to make sure to go 2-0 this week to keep their playoff dreams alive. With that first inhibitor down, they're going to take another turret into the bot lane, and then also going to be able to rotate and take the third dragon, I should say, for themselves. Fantastic stuff to We Care. And that shutdown onto Tristana might just be the final nail in the coffin. Every member of We Care, of course, going to be able to jump over that wall and pick up the dragon. Dyslexic doesn't even feel that he needs to. Can just, you know, use some Mystic Shots to take it. But that's the 3rd dragon buff now secured for We Care. They're going to have that movement speed boost now. That's only going to get even stronger with the engage from Sivir. Their composition is so simple to play. It's just Sivir pops ultimate and then Vi finds a target. And if they find, or if they poke someone down during sieges, they can just ult onto any of them, like we just saw with the engage onto Woolly Mammoth. 30.5 minutes in. Who Cares is on complete damage control. We see Zillion building up to the Zonias, but it's simply just not enough items at this point in the game. No wards near this Baron side, and We Care might just decide to go for it. Dyslexic gonna run into a pink ward. Needs to be careful not to get caught here. This could be a last-ditch effort from Who Cares. Hook is gonna miss that pink ward. Still alive. The engage on Dyslexic. Rupture as well. Dyslexic takes a lot of damage. Misses the arcane shift, and he gets picked off. This is good for Who Cares. 3 members of We Care are near the Baron pit, but this mid turret are sure to go down. Tai gets hooked, and Ferox flashes in, but he doesn't want this fight. It's 1v5. What are you doing, Ferox? Oh, his team is there as well. Sivir with the engage. Woolly Mammoth goes down. 2-man ultimate from DeBear69, but is it going to be enough to keep Who Cares alive in this fight? It doesn't seem like it will. We Care are just walking all over them. Genesis Magical still alive. Hanul still alive. Triple kill over to Hanul, and that is a 5-for-2 in favor of We Care. They're going to pick up the ace, and they might just look to close this game out. Or to take top inhibitor because timers are still fairly low. Man, that fight, great catch onto Dyslexic, but the thing was, his team was so far ahead that even though they caught him out, they couldn't fight 4v5, and Ferox W was a complete man there. Landed the hook, flash, flayed, and then set up the box, so there was no way for Who Cares to run away. They will pick up this turret, and they'll probably be able to pick up the inhibitor here. They need to be careful, though, as members of Who Cares are respawning, but they're just so far behind, they cannot even afford home guard boots. This is now the second inhibitor over to We Care. Doing splendidly so far. Flash from the Bear. They're still looking for something, though. The Bear's completely caught out now. His team is not around at all. Gets hooked up for good measure. That might just be the death sentence. Zillion ult's going to be popping. Amazing 12 now is going to be the focus. A lot of damage from our Dragon. Amazing 12 ults herself, but still goes down to Dyslexic. The Bear 69 now running away. Pops a random ones in a two-man glacial prison. Isn't enough to keep himself alive. Flay from Thresh. He'll actually go down. Ferox W gets slain by Woolly Mammoth. Hops over the wall to get away. Dyslexic taking a bit of damage from the Cho'Gath as well. But still, We Care seems to be toying with Who Cares now. 12,000 gold in the lead. Vi has respawned and Thresh up in a couple of seconds. Ooh, Woolly Nam's gonna get taken very, very low. Knife's ticking as well. Is he gonna go down? Looks like he will, and yes, he goes down to Dyslexic. Great engage there. True Shot Barrage hit. He just flashed in, goes for the Ignite, and picks up a kill. He's actually gonna be recalling now, so I'm guessing We Care probably gonna have to play it a little safe. Nope, they're gonna go for Baron instead. With two inhibitors down, this Baron is gonna be absolutely free. Then they're probably gonna base as Woolly Nam, or Dyslexic, I should say, is fairly low, and a couple of We Care's members have a lot of gold. But once they secure that Baron recall, they're gonna pick up their items, go for that third and turret, and go for the game. We Care so far. They got an early lead, and they did not let go. No fear for this late scaling composition coming out of Who Cares. Shout out to the Baby Rage in the chat. Baby Rage all the way to Noya. He does have Frozen Heart completed, has the Rod of Ages stacked up with 10 stacks, and also has 6 stacks of his ultimate. But it's probably just too little too late at this point. Dragon is up in 55 seconds. Honestly, We Care, if they're nervous at all, they could even go for that, the 5th Dragon buff. Oh no, this is the 4th Dragon buff. Of course, there was the Dragon take earlier, I say. So, I'm guessing they'll probably just go for this mid inhibitor as it has respawned. And they do have Baroned up minions. Who Cares? Final stand here as the inhibitor is taken very low very, very quickly. It's going to go down. This is now the second time that's gone down. And 36 minutes in the game. We Cares have not let go of their lead. Tanoia gets hit by the death sentence. Takes a lot of damage. Do they want to engage with the tank though? Amazing 12 hit by our Dragon. The ult onto Baron 69, and just the fight is going absolutely crazy. We Care is on a rampage. Ty's going to ult himself and try to get out alive. He manages to, but the Bear 69 goes down, and Zillion as well. That's going to be the 5-for-0 ace, and that's going to be the game for We Care. Take a very commanding lead over Who Cares and keep their playoff dreams alive. 36 minutes, 12-28. We Care take down their rivals Who Cares.